Even Cal was surprised by this signing, I believe. Jayden Quaintance is Kentucky again, and there are already good reviews about this guy. Will he be a great player on Pope's team? It is worth mentioning that Pope's efficiency has been something out of the ordinary. Let's analyze. Jayden Quaintance's arrival at Kentucky Wildcats represents a milestone in the program that seeks defensive excellence and competitiveness in the college scene. Under Coach Mark Pope, the team has shown a clear intention to reinforce its core with players who not only fit the team's characteristic style of play, but also have the potential to become revolutionaries in their positions. And in this context, Quaintance's arrival is seen as a turning point. The young player has already sparked comparisons that almost sound like prophecies on the court. NBA draft analyst at Draft was full of praise, calling him one of the best defensive prospects he's ever evaluated, placing him alongside revered names like Joel Embiid, Nerlens Noel, and Karl-Anthony Towns. This is no small feat. These are athletes who not only dominated defense in their college years, but also shaped modern basketball with their unique skills. While comparing Quaintance to these giants of the sport may seem bold, his early career stats suggest that such a comparison may be more than justified. At Arizona State, at the age of 17, Quaintance was already making his mark before he even arrived in Lexington. His freshman season was punctuated by impressive averages, 2.6 blocks per game, and just over 1 steal, numbers that highlight his ability to impact the game both on the perimeter and near the basket. On 8 separate occasions, he has surpassed the 4-block barrier in a single game, proving that his presence under the boards is enough to destabilize any opposing offensive plan. At 17, still developing physically and technically, Quaintance already displays a level of maturity and defensive instinct that many players only develop after years of experience. This combination of imposing physique, sharp instincts, and versatility lives up to the analyst's description of him as a unicorn talent. In today's basketball, where fluidity between positions and the ability to defend multiple types of players are increasingly valued, Quaintance emerges as an ideal prototype. He's not just an intimidating blocker. His ability to anticipate plays and intervene in critical moments suggests a rare defensive intelligence for someone so young. For Kentucky, this addition comes at a crucial time. Last season exposed some gaps in the team's defensive system, especially in inside-the-field situations. With Quaintance, there's a clear opportunity to correct those flaws and raise the overall level of the team. Of course, a full recovery from his injury will be key to his ability to play to his full potential, but expectations are high. If he can return to peak physical form, Quaintance's contribution could be the difference Kentucky needs to reestablish itself among the top contenders for the national title. The addition of a player with this profile reflects Mark Pope's strategic vision. Since taking over the program, Pope has worked tirelessly to build a team that combines individual talent with a collective sense of purpose. He understands that college basketball is a dynamic ecosystem where constant adaptation is essential to success. By bringing Quaintance to the roster, Pope not only bolsters the defense, but also signals a commitment to a style of play that prioritizes intensity and efficiency on both ends of the court. Quaintance's impact, however, goes beyond statistics and comparisons. He embodies a new generation of players who are redefining what it means to be a center in modern basketball. It's not just about height or brute strength. It's about versatility, intelligence, and the ability to influence the game without necessarily touching the ball. He's the kind of player who can change the dynamics of a game simply by being in the paint, forcing opponents to reconsider their offensive choices. With his unmatched defensive ability and still developing potential, Quaintance has all the tools to become a standout on this team. And with Pope's help, he could make a big difference in Lexington. Mark Pope's first season leading the Wildcats has been something different. Since the coach, who took over the program with the difficult task of succeeding in an era of sky-high expectations, Kentucky seems to be finding a new rhythm, an identity that combines tradition with innovation. The recent statement by Rick Pitino, a legendary figure in the world of college basketball and especially revered in Lexington, only reinforces the feeling that something special is being built under Pope's leadership. In San Antonio, where he received the National Co-Coach of the Year award, Pitino was full of praise when talking about the performance of his former player and now professional colleague, highlighting the positive impact that Pope has already left in his rookie season. Mark Pope's journey at Kentucky began with a mix of curiosity and pressure. Replacing a program that breathes history and demands excellence is no easy task, but Pope brought with him a wealth of experience that few questioned. His experience at Utah Valley and, more recently, at BYU already indicated a coach with a keen tactical vision and the ability to build competitive teams. Pitino, who has closely followed Pope's development as a coach, was adamant that his confidence in Pope's potential was not born from his success at BYU, but from earlier observations when he saw the young coach shape the Utah Valley program with intelligence and dedication. "I knew he would be a great coach," Pitino told the Herald Leader, with the conviction of someone who knows the game and the people who make it shine. For him, Kentucky's choice of Pope was a wise move that promises to bear fruit for many years to come. And the fruits have already begun to appear. In his first season, Pope led the Wildcats to a Sweet 16, a feat that had not been achieved since 2019 and that rekindled the pride of the Big Blue Nation. Facing a challenging schedule, with opponents that tested the team's resilience, Pope demonstrated an ability to get the best out of his players. The style of play he implemented was one of the most praised aspects by Pitino, who highlighted the way his guys move the ball, execute offenses, and share the basketball. "I love the way his guys play," Pitino said, with an enthusiasm that reflects not only professional admiration, but also a personal attachment to seeing one of his charges thrive. This dynamic, collective style, which values tactical intelligence and cohesion, seems to be in line with what Kentucky fans expect. Engaging basketball that honors the program's tradition without being tied to the past. In addition to his success on the court, Pope has won over fans and observers with his demeanor off the court. Pitino, when describing him as a humble and thoughtful person, painted the portrait of a leader who combines charisma with competence. This characteristic, combined with his brilliant offensive mind, as the St. John's coach highlighted, is a differentiator in a sport where connecting with players and the community is as important as strategies on the board. In Lexington, where basketball is more than just a sport, but an essential part of the local culture, Pope's ability to connect has been an asset. Pitino's presence in Rupp Arena, wearing blue for the first time in years, was a powerful symbol of that transition. The program's glorious past, embracing the future Pope is building. Looking ahead to the off-season and the 2025-26 season, the horizon looks bright. The fan base, known for its passion and demand, is excited by what it has seen so far and eager for more. The team's run to the Sweet 16 was just the beginning, and Pitino's words ring as a strong endorsement of what's to come. "Mark is going to be brilliant for so many years to come," he said, a prediction that carries the weight of his experience and vision. If Pope's freshman year was a taste of what he's capable of, next season could cement Kentucky as a top contender on a national stage. The schedule will certainly bring new challenges, but the confidence in Pope's work is a solid foundation to face whatever comes. Mark Pope's impact goes beyond the immediate results. He is shaping a new history for Kentucky basketball, one that respects the legacy of giants like Pitino, but also seeks to leave his own mark. I look forward to seeing what other recruits Pope brings in, because he has been the man on this portal. Comment below.